March 27th, 2023 in Nashville, Tennessee. On this one, we're gonna listen to two people calling 911 from inside of the Covenant Presbyterian Church. That is also a private school. Let's listen to the first one and I'll be back with more context.
Metro Nashville 911. What is the address to you?
I'm at Covenant Presbyterian Church. I think it's 33 Burton Hills Drive. I think there's an active shooter here.
Okay. What's your first and last name?
My name is Morgan Johnson.
Morgan Johnson, and that's 33 Burton Hills Boulevard at the Covenant School in Midtown off of Hillsborough,
Yes.
7 Hills
Yes.
Boulevard?
Yes.
Okay. What's the phone number you're calling from?
I hear gunshots. Oh, my God.
How many gunshots have you heard?
No one, like 20.
Okay.
I'm in my office alone. I have the lights off. No one else is in the office. I saw one person run out and say, "What is that?" And then I don't know what those fire alarms are going off. Oh my God! I'm afraid I'm gonna die.
Take a deep breath.
I don't know. I don't know.
You've already got a call set up.
Okay.
And what did you say your first and last name was?
My name is Morgan Johnson. MorganJohnson.
Okay. Where exactly are you? You said you had your lights off?
I'm in my office with the door locked.
Okay.
I'm on the second floor.
Second floor? Okay.
I don't know where anybody else is. I heard one person say, "Get out," and then I heard another person say, "What is that?" And I heard a ton of shots, and I didn't want to run out then because I heard a ton of shots, so I stayed in my office.
Okay, well, I've already got a call.
I don't know what I should do.
There's already been a call sent up to 33 Burton Hills Boulevard, Covenant School in Midtown off the Hillsborough Pike and 7 Hills Boulevard. I want you to stay in the most comfortable position. If anything changes, you give us a call back, okay?
Should I stay in my office?
Do what you feel is safe, okay?
Oh, my God. Okay. Thank you. When do you think they'll be here?
They're coming as fast as they can, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
So, as you just heard, there's a mass shooter inside the building. And before we listen to the second call, I kind of want to paint you guys somewhat of a picture of what's going on when this person is talking to the dispatcher. Okay, so he's in a room by himself. The alarms won't stop ringing. There's people screaming and there's gunshots going off as well. The commotion that's happening in the background is insane. And there's one more thing. His kids are inside the building in another room. What do you do in a situation like this? Well, let's see what this person did. Let's listen to the call.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
Covenant Presbyterian Church, active shooter.
Okay,
active shooter, please.
What is the address?
Ma'am, I don't know. It's the corner of Harding and Hillsborough Road.
Okay, so Harding and Hillsborough Road. Is that in Midtown Harding Place and Hillsborough Pike?
Hillsborough Pike, yes.
Okay.
Right by the it's the church. It's the church right by the It's the church right by the fire station, ma'am.
Okay. So it's on the side of the fire station.
Please, there's children here. Yes, there's school here. Yes, please.
What is the phone number you're calling me
Covenant,
from?
guys.
What's your first and last name?
Ryan Anderson.
Tell me exactly what's going on, Ryan.
Ma'am, I was in a meeting. I'm a pastor at the church. We heard gunshots. There was a fire alarm.
How many gunshots
I hear shots firing right now. I'm hearing rapid fire. 10, 12. Oh, Lord Jesus, help us. Protect us, Lord.
I've already got the call sent up, okay. We're getting police there as we speak. It looks like it could be coming from the Burton Hills area.
Yes, it's Burton Hills.
Okay, we've already got calls coming in. I've added your information into it. Do you know where the gunshots are, like who it is? Do you know?
No, ma'am, I don't know anything. I can't, no.
Okay, are the doors locked?
Fire alarms. The fire alarms are pulled. Everything's ringing. We have children in the building, not a couple of hundred.
Okay, and we've got calls. We've got police on their way out there, okay? Just stay on the phone with me. How many, do you have all the doors locked? Did you guys go into a lockdown format?
I don't know, ma'am. I'm one of the pastors of a school and a church together in the same bricks and mortar.
Okay, right. But my question is, did they put the school and the building on lockdown?
As far as I know, but I can't say with any sort of certainty.
Okay, are you still hearing the shooting?
No, ma'am. Lord have mercy. Oh, my children are in school.
We've got calls. We have calls going on, coming through there. Okay, I need you to make sure that everybody is safe.
Gunfire right now. Two. There's two. I can't make sure that I hear gunshots right now.
Okay, I can hear them too. I need you to keep yourself safe.
I want to get out of this school right now. I'm still hearing shots fired.
I understand. I need you to keep yourself safe.
Shit. Can I break the window and get out of here? My gosh. Y'all got to get here quick, please.
Sir, they're on their way. They are on their way.
Thank you.
We have several officers on the phone with me. I need you to stay on the line with me until I tell you that it's safe. I need you to get yourself put in a safe location.
I'm doing the best I can, ma'am.
Okay, I understand. I need to tell you to do whatever you feel safe. If you feel like it's safe to break the window and get out, but I need you to keep yourself safe. I don't want anybody to get shot at when the police arrive. Where are you at in the building?
I'm in my office right now.
Okay, which office? I know, I'm just trying to get everything in here, okay?
I know you're trying to help me.
Where are you at?
But I've got to try to get out. I'm in the pastor's suite.
Okay. What I need you to do.
Well, you don't understand. I'm so scared.
I understand. I do understand. We've got several callers. We have a lot of police on their way out there. Okay.
My children are in the building, ma'am.
I understand, sir. We've got the officers on their way out there, okay? We've got a lot of officers that have been dispatched out there. We have a lot of officers on their way to you. When I say a lot, I mean we've got a lot of officers coming to you. Lights and sirens as fast as they can.
I understand. But
what I need you to do is keep yourself safe right now.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Okay?
I'm scared crapless.
I understand. I completely understand being scared. You've got a lot of lives in there, and I understand.
Listen.
Okay?
I need to call my spouse. Can I put her on the phone with you?
Yes, you can do that.
Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Lord, please. Watch over our children. Watch over our children, Lord. Lord, watch over our children. What the heck? Why would somebody do this?
We have 30 officers and a helicopter. They're going to be there.
How far away?
They're coming, lights and sirens, okay? They've got to make sure it's safe. We've got the helicopter en route there to you as well. So they're all coming to you with lights and sirens going. Okay, we're coming, so there's one coming right down. Right now they're coming down. It looks like, I'm just trying to look on my map to see what street this is. They're coming down Hillsborough Pike as we speak, okay? Do you know who set that up fire?
I don't know anything.
Okay.
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, just keep I've got several officers that are arriving now. Okay. I have a whole bunch of officers getting ready to pull in right now. Have you heard any more gunshots?
No.
Okay, just stay quiet. Just stay on the phone with me. Just stay quiet until I tell you it's safe, okay? Just... but I'm here, okay? I'm right here. I'm not hanging up until it's safe. But just try to stay quiet so they don't hear you, okay? Are you still hearing the shots being fired? Okay. Okay, so some of what you're hearing is going to be the officer shooting at the suspect, just so you are aware, okay? So just try to stay quiet and calm. We will tell you when it's safe to come out. But I do want, because I'm on the phone with you, I want you to know that some of the shots you're hearing could be the officers, okay?
What's happening, ma'am, on the ground? Please tell me. Are they evacuating the school?
They're attempting to evacuate the school, okay? They just got to do one thing at a time. We've got people alerting all the hospitals right now in case there's anybody that's been injured. But in the meantime, we do have...
I'm hearing it's the police.
Okay, if you hear the police, then you can get out.
I'm here. Help! Help! They're here. I can hear the police voice. Please.
Then you can go to the door. Stay on the phone with me until...
I'm here. Help! I'm here. Police! 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 Tell them I'm here. Northwest Quadrant.
If you heard them yelling, you can go out.
Ma'am, please send somebody for me. I don't want to get shot.
There's nobody else there shooting.
Are you positive?
I am positive, or the police would not be yelling for you.
Okay, I'm going to go out. Stay on the line with me, please.
I will. I'm not going anywhere, Ryan. I am staying right here on the phone with you until you are out.
Police, help! Police! 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 Police, help! Help! Police! Come on, okay? Come out. Is there anybody else in here? I'm safe. I'm with the police.
Okay, I'm going to let you go, Ryan. Okay, you did a good job.
So I want to talk a little bit more about the call that we just listened to, but first let me give you the info of what happened here. At around 9:30 a.m., 28-year-old Audrey Hale, a graphic designer and illustrator from Nashville, left home with a red bag. Her mother asked about the bag but dismissed the question and kept walking. 9:53 a.m., Audrey is seen driving around on surveillance footage in a Honda Fit. She drives around the parking lot and goes out of frame at 9:55 a.m. 2 minutes later, Audrey sends a goodbye message to her friend on Instagram. The message read,
"This is my last goodbye. I love you. See you again in another life. Audrey, you have so much more life to live. I pray God keeps and covers you. I know, but I don't want to live. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to upset you or get attention. I just need to die. I wanted to tell you first because you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen and known all my life. My family doesn't know what I'm about to do. One day this will make more sense. I've left more than enough evidence behind. But something bad is about to happen."
10:10 a.m., carrying 2 AR-style rifles and a handgun, Audrey shoots her way in through the side entrance of the school. 10:13 a.m., the first call to 911 is made. At around the same time, Audrey is seen on security footage walking outside a church office and passes through the children's ministry. She fires shots before walking out of frame at 10:21 a.m. 3 minutes later, police officers arrive on scene and begin the search for the shooter.
Metro Police! On me. We don't know where he is. Metro Police, open the door. Bathroom, small bathroom. Clear.
Next, let's go.
10:27 a.m., the officers encountered the shooter on the second floor. The suspect was firing at the arriving officers through a window, but thanks to the quick actions of Officer Mccullers, he shot and killed Audrey and the threat was over.
I think it's upstairs. Sounds like it's upstairs. Go.
28-year-old Audrey Hale shot and killed 3 9-year-olds and 3 staff members. And according to police reports, this is what they said about Audrey. The shooter was identified by their name at birth. Audrey was a transgender man who used he/him pronouns. Though we initially described the suspect as a woman in the aftermath of the shooting, we did not provide another name, but on the suspect's social media accounts, they referred to themselves as Aiden. And Police Chief John Drake said after the shooting that Audrey once attended the school. They also found out that she was being treated for mental health challenges, specifically an emotional disorder. Police Chief John Drake also reported what follows. Audrey's parents were aware that he had purchased one firearm, but believed it had since been sold. But in reality, he legally purchased 7 firearms from 5 different stores, 3 of which were used in the shooting, and hid them in the family home without the parents knowing. Despite the mental health concerns, there's no red flag law in Tennessee that could have been used to take away Audrey's weapons. Audrey had also drawn a detailed map of the building and conducted surveillance before carrying out the massacre, which means that Audrey was planning this and whatnot. There's a bit more info on this case. I'll link the article in the description just in case you want to check it out. But now I just want to say rest in peace to all the victims and families involved. Unfortunately, these mass shootings just keep on happening. And I hate the fact that more innocent people keep on dying for no reason. Okay, now I want to talk a little bit more about Ryan's 911 call. So I really want your guys' opinion on this call because I asked myself, what would I do in Ryan's shoes? Not only that, but what do you do and say as a dispatcher? Because that is not an easy call to handle. I believe, in my opinion, that this dispatcher did a pretty good job, and Ryan, I think he did well too. And what I found extremely, I don't know, a bit surprising is that Ryan was still saying things like ma'am and please and thank you, even though he was in this extremely hectic situation. But anyway, he made the choice of staying in the room, which is a decision that is extremely difficult to make. It's just a really tricky situation. Like, there's no manual or a rule book that tells you what to do, you know? You basically just have to go with your gut. But I think, well, I don't know. I don't have any kids, obviously, but if that would have been me, I think I would have gone out and looked for my kids. But I'm gonna pass the question on to all of you. What would you do? It's also just way different, you know, talking about it than actually being there in that scene. A lot of things could go wrong. You could, you know, panic and make the wrong decision. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Again, what would you do? But yeah, shout out to both Ryan and the dispatcher. Let's move on to the next call. June 15th, 2023 in Monroe Township, Ohio. At around 4:15 p.m., dispatch receives a call about a shooting. Let's take a listen to that call.
There's a girl running down the street saying that her stepfather is killing everyone in her family. It's on the corner of where there's a body shop and the fire department. Do you know what road this is?
Okay, what's your name?
I ran to the fire department.
What's your name?
Do you know what road this is? Laura Lindell Road.
You said what?
It's Laura Lindell Road.
Okay, and what did the female say to you?
And she says that her stepfather is killing everybody in her house. I did. I'm on the phone with them right now.
she say how or what was happening?
I asked her to get in the car with me, and she said she couldn't leave her family, but I think she ran to the fire department.
So she went to the fire station. What did she look like?
She's probably a young teenager, probably like 16 maybe, with long blonde hair. And she has a black dog.
Did she say anything about a baby?
I don't know about no baby. She said she just couldn't leave her family. But I see a car running around. I'm sorry?
Do you see anything from the house?
So I drove down the road a little bit, so I was afraid that I was going to get shot myself since I interacted with her face to face. So I'm just about maybe 3 houses down. But she's like waiting at the corner. I don't know what she's doing, but I kind of still see her in the corner. But I saw a car kind of came around and whipped around, so I'm not exactly sure if that's him or if he's chasing her or not. I'm sorry?
What kind of vehicle was it?
I saw it was like a gray. Did you see that car whip around? It's one of the fire department guys.
Okay.
I think maybe a fire department guy. It was a regular kind of Focus-looking gray car.
Okay, we have help on the way. Thank you.
Dark gray.
When police officers get to the scene, they find 32-year-old Chad Dorman. He was sitting outside of his home with a rifle. He was taken into custody and later admitted to killing his 3 sons. So I was gonna get into the details of what happened in this case, but I decided to go against it. I actually found the court documents on Court TV, and if you wanna check it out, you can go ahead and find those documents yourself. But I wrote it all down, and as I was reading it, I was just like, I don't know, just something just didn't feel right. I also asked myself, like, how would I even edit that? I also don't want to edit that, you know? The details are too gruesome and graphic. They explain every single little detail of what happened to these kids. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind, but I did not want to put myself through that. But I will read you this. Dorman allegedly told investigators that he hadn't slept in 3 or 4 days leading up to the murders because the thoughts of having to kill his sons was so heavy on him. 32-year-old Chad Dorman faces 21 separate charges. He is charged with 9 counts of aggravated murder, 8 counts of kidnapping, and 4 counts of felonious assault. Each murder count carries the death penalty. He also pleaded not guilty even though he confessed, and Dorman's defense team attempted to obtain a protection order to limit the number of details prosecutors reveal in this case, which is called a gag order. And I've never heard of that legal term until now, but it means this.
A gag order is the term for when a judge prohibits the attorneys, parties, or witnesses in a pending lawsuit or criminal prosecution from talking about the case to the public.
But the judge thankfully denied it and said, nah, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, what an extremely sad case. Rest in peace to those 3 babies, those 3 kids. Man, I can't even imagine what the mother and the daughter is going through. Man, I don't know why a father would do that. They also didn't mention that, or if he was intoxicated when he did this, or if he was on drugs, or if he had some sort of mental health issue or issues. Yeah, I couldn't find any info on that. I don't know. I'm lost for words on and again, I know I sound like a broken record because I've said this so many times, but what drives a person to do that? I I don't know, and I wish we had an answer, because imagine if we did have an answer, it could prevent this from happening. But unfortunately, we don't. They just happen, and it's just so sad and messed up. Yeah, what are your thoughts about this case, and what do you think should happen to Chad Dorman? Let's move on to the next call. July 5th, 2016 in Dallas, Texas. A police officer makes a really heartbreaking 911 call. Let's take a listen.
Hello?
Yes, Highland Park?
Yes, it is.
Hey, I got a situation. I'm over at 4100 St. John's.
Uh-huh.
Work for Highland Park part-time. And it's flooding. It's about to go in my car.
Okay, you're in your car?
Yeah, I'm in my car.
Okay.
My car's moving right now.
It's moving on its own, or you're floating?
Yeah, it's moving on its own. It's 4100 St. John's, working for, at this house, another house part-time. I'm an SMU police department officer.
All right. Do you need the engine over there to do a water rescue then?
Yeah, I think so. It's getting to the point where it's getting pretty heavy.
Okay, all right. What kind of vehicle are you in?
I'm in a Dodge Charger.
What color?
White in color.
White?
I'm sitting up, yeah, it's white in color. I'm sitting over here for this gentleman that I guess required us to come over here and sit at this house, and they asked me if I want to do it today. And now this is going on.
Okay.
It's about to go over my hood right now.
Okay, all right. I will get somebody out there to help you, okay?
Okay,
all right, thanks. Bye-bye.
So unfortunately, this would be the last time that anyone would hear about this officer. And according to reports, this is what went down. At around 1:30 a.m., Mark Mccullers was swept away by a flash flood while working an off-duty security job. Surveillance video shows Mark stuck inside his white Dodge Charger and being swept away by the current. He tried getting out of the vehicle, but the flow of the water was just too much. His vehicle was found 13 hours later, and his body was found 51 days later.
In front of his photograph and next to the memorial bench that bears his name, family, co-workers, and friends of SMU officer Mark Mccullers remembered one very horrible day. July 5th, 2016, the day he was swept away in a flash flood along Turtle Creek. And the 51 equally horrible days that followed. It took that long to find his body near the Trinity River. Today, his widow Tiffany took a moment to stop and stare into his eyes one more time.
It meant a lot. I didn't know if I could make it. I didn't know if I could handle it.
She gets help handling it with her husband's dog tags around her neck and a Marine tattoo that matched his, along with his end of watch date tattooed on her arm. And this 1 year later, Tiffany McCullers says she still returns to this section of Turtle Creek at least once every month. She says it's where she feels closest to her late husband and where she can promise him that no one will ever forget.
It hurts, and yet I feel like I can go out there and I can say anything and just talk and feel better.
What a messed up way to go. I mean, he was getting ready for work. He goes to work and then he just never comes back. Rest in peace to Mark, and shout out to his wife and his family. Let's move on to, I believe this is the last call. Okay, so on this last call, it's a case that I uploaded on May 31st of 2022. And there's an update on this case, an update that's extremely disturbing. What I'm gonna do is pull the info and 911 call from there and upload it here. So let's do that and I'll be back. November 6, 2019 in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. This call does involve a child, so if you want to skip to the next one, please feel free to do so. Just simply use the time codes at the bottom of the screen. Anyway, a man calls 911 and says that a child fell down a flight of stairs. Let's listen to the call, and I'll give you all the info after.
911, where's your emergency?
I need an ambulance. We just had a 2-year-old fall down the stairs. She hit her head hard. She's limp and acting very funny.
Okay, street on Fort Wood, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you said she's how old?
I think she's 2 years old.
How many stairs did she fall down?
It had to be like 8 or 9. She hit her head hard when she went the front part of her face. She hit her head hard. I heard it.
Okay, you said she's acting very lethargic?
Yeah, she's limp and she's like, it's taking like deep breaths, like it's hard to breathe.
Okay, is she awake? Will she talk to you?
No, she won't talk. Her eyes, no, she's not crying. Her eyes are like barely open. Now they're going to the closed portion. She's got a big mark where she hit.
Okay, and you said that she hit the front of her head?
Yeah, the front, like her face and forehead.
Okay, did she cry at all?
Yeah, she screamed, and when I went over there to pick her up, that's when she went like limp.
Okay, I want you to just lay her down, okay?
Okay.
Try to talk to her, try to kind of, get her to respond to you. I don't want you
to, we are.
I don't want you to shake her or tap her or anything like that. Just keep her still, okay?
Okay.
You said she did scream when you picked her up?
Yeah, she screamed when she hit the floor.
When she hit the
floor,
she's
like quiet now, yes. She is like quiet. Now her eyes are going all the way to the closed. Like she's breathing deep.
You take a deep breath and it's like she stops breathing.
Yeah, it's like she's taking a deep breath and then she like stops breathing.
Okay, I want you to keep an eye very closely on her breathing, okay?
Okay.
Is she newly 2 or is she almost closer to 3 years old?
Is she newly 2 or closer to 3? Hey, Allie just fell down the stairs, man. You need to come to the hospital
can I get your name?
Hey, John, hurry up, man.
Yeah, they're on their way, hon, okay? They are on their way. Just keep a really close eye on her. I don't want you right now. I don't want you to touch her. I want you to just keep her
My wife has
still
her
as
right
you
now.
can. Okay?
We're trying to, but we're like freaking out here.
I understand. But I need you to just kind of keep an eye on her and make sure that she continues to breathe. Okay?
All right. Allie, hey. Hey.
We've got them on the way, okay?
All right. Okay.
You said that her eyes are rolling back?
No, her eyes are closed now. They were open.
Okay.
Like she was blinking, now they're not. Her eyes are closed. She's taking real deep breaths, but it's like when she takes that deep breath, there's nothing. Like she is like limp.
Okay, she takes a very deep breath and then like holds it?
No, she breathes it right back out.
Okay, so when she's breathing it out, she's just exhaling everything and it takes her a minute to breathe it back in?
Yes. Like she has a knot on her head where she hit, and then where her cheek is.
So you don't have an emergency?
How long? Where are they at? Like, oh my God, I'm like freaking the fuck out here. I just put her down for the nap, and she walked downstairs.
Okay.
Oh, all right, I hear him.
Okay, we've got them on the way. Just stay on the phone with me. Let me know how she's doing, okay?
Okay, still the same. She's still the same.
Okay, just make sure that she keeps taking breaths in. Okay. Is she not responding to you at all now?
No, she's not.
Okay, when you talk to her, will she open her eyes and look at you?
No, she won't even open them, no.
She won't open them at all now?
No.
Okay, but she is still breathing?
Yes, she's still breathing, but it's like the deep breath, and then she pushes it all out. Allie, hey, look it. Hey, Allie. No, she's just breathing. Yep. She's not opening her eyes now.
Okay, like I said, and what's your name, hon?
My name is, we're just watching her today for her parents.
Okay, and you're calling from?
Correct.
Okay. We've got everyone on the way that comes from right there on post, okay? Just stay with me. How's their breathing doing?
The same. I can hear them.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, they're on their way.
All right. Here they come. I can hear them.
Okay. Is she still breathing okay?
I can see them. Yep. Still the same, but she's like limp. This is like freaking us out.
Okay, I understand. I understand. Just okay. Now, is she on any kind of medications?
Not that we're aware of.
Okay. Make sure you let the paramedics know exactly what happened, how far she fell. Okay.
Okay. All right. The fire truck just pulled up right now. Do I stay on the line with you, or do I get off with them?
Okay. The fire department and talk with them. Okay.
Okay. Don't kind of go.
Now let's listen to what originally happened at the time of this case, then we'll get to the update. So, husband and wife, Army Staff Sergeant Jonathan Kunder and Ray Kunder, dropped off their 2-year-old daughter, Alessandra, at a friend's house. They would usually babysit Alessandra when Jonathan and Ray were working. The incident happened when the babysitter left to take her daughter to school, leaving her soldier husband to watch over Alessandra. He said he laid her down for her nap, and when he walked away, he heard a thump, and that's when he realized she fell down a flight of stairs. Unfortunately, Alessandra didn't make it, and according to the medical examiner's report, the cause of death was blunt force injuries of the head and neck. The parents, of course, were devastated, but it gets worse. A week after the tragic loss, Jonathan and Ray were initially placed under suspicion after the child's death and had local authorities take their other kids away from them. Court documents in this case stated the natural mother and the natural father are possible alleged predators in Allie's death, adding that the safety of the children cannot be ensured in the home. The documents also stated that in the initial petition to remove the kids, they never even put anything about the kids being over at the babysitter's house. That lady wrote that report as if everything happened at our house, meaning that John and Ray's house. Ray also said this: it couldn't have happened here. I don't even have a 2-story house. We live in a 1-story off post. That petition didn't state that the incident happened at the sitter's house, and medical reports confirmed that there was no abuse in the kids' examinations. And a social worker who helped John and Ray said this: I blame the initial Children's Division investigators who purposely made it seem like she got hurt at John and Ray's home. But after months of distress and $15,000 racked up in legal fees, Sergeant Jonathan and Ray were finally reunited with their 3 kids after a judge in Pulaski County Juvenile Court closed the case against them. And Ray wrote in a statement, go through the proper channels. I want to warn people about what could happen, especially if you're using someone who's not family child care certified, whether it's a friend or not. I think it's a lack of knowledge and education. So at first, they were blaming the actual parents for the death of their daughter, Ali, even though the incident didn't happen at their home. It took place at the babysitter's house. The parents of Ali weren't even around when this happened. They were at work. But here's the messed up part, the shocker. The person who made this 911 call is the one that murdered Ali. 40-year-old Army Sergeant Kevin Long. He is charged with first-degree murder and also charged with lying to federal authorities during a murder investigation by claiming he was unaware of Army regulations against running a daycare on the base. The indictment alleges that Long killed Ali. The abuse was part of a pattern and practice of assault against her. And according to the autopsy report, the nature of the injuries of the neck and upper thoracic spinal cord of the child was not possibly caused by a fall of a short flight of stairs and was apparently alleged to the EMS personnel. More likely, there was a forced hyperextension of the neck, probably accompanied by the blow or blows causing the extensive bruising. And on July 6 of 2023, Kevin Long pleaded not guilty to all charges during his arraignment, and the judge said that he is a flight risk and that the clear and convincing evidence makes him a danger to the community and he is to remain in detention. Final charges are still pending. And the mother of Ali said this about Kevin and his wife.
I thought I could trust the house I was leaving her in because of our close relationship we had with them. This wasn't somebody I found on Craigslist. We knew them for over 10 years. This is our 3rd duty station with them. Our families have been to the pumpkin patch together, barbecued together, had date nights, carved pumpkins, all that stuff.
Yeah, this case was crazy. Rest in peace to Ali and shout out to her family. I can't even imagine what they've been going through and still going through. Also, give me your thoughts about this case and let me know what you think. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you learned something from watching these videos. I know this one was, I mean, they're all rough and tough to listen to because they're real, real people, real lives, real families, and it's just I know it could be a lot, but I do my best to treat these cases with the most and utterly respect possible, but also hopefully making them somewhat entertaining and educational. But yeah, I think that is it. Thank you if you're a patron. I can't thank you guys enough. If you want to support me or the channel, there's links down below in the description, and I'll see you guys soon. And like I always say, stay kind and pass it around.